got issues. Yeah, I got issues. W, Vogue, Cosmo, I got issues.
I was pulling with some Barbie dolls, sticking the stars. I said we looking for some brain with a whisk in the eye.
Wanna make you stay away. Type of money she gon' let you put it in the fire. Big bank, tight, low buy. Big bank, tight, low buy.
Back again.
Baby,
Yeah.
if I turn into a worm, would you? What are you doing?
What you mean? Wash my face.
With hand soap?
Yeah, I'm just trying to get the dirt.
Move. If you wanted to wash your face, all you had to do was ask. You ain't gotta have to do all that. Using this damn shit on your face.
I was just trying to wash my face.
No, what you were doing is terrorizing your pores and dehydrating your epidermis.
I didn't know.
If you want to wash your face, start with this skin smoothie cleanser. Then you need to chemically exfoliate, which will detoxify your pores and clear up that spotty ass forehead. Take this brightening serum, 3 drops. Apply counterclockwise. If I see you applying clockwise, I will beat your ass. And when you're done with that, this is essence from the Himalayan mountains that's been blessed by a baby sea turtle priest. Head back, eyes closed, 3 spritz. You got it?
A baby sea turtle?
Okay, now hurry up. I want to go to Wendy's.
Wait.
Renegade.
Go. Got one. Go. Go. Oh, go. Yeah. Go. Let's go. 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 Let's go. Cash on me, like I hit the lottery. Trip, watch on how they follow me. Wait, honey's blue, yeah, I got 'em.
She just appears to be just a little bit ghetto to me. A little bit ghetto, you know, a little bit hood.
When worlds collide, you can run,
But no can hide.
Excuse me? I think that you're in the wrong room.
I'm in the right room.
How did you even get in here? Okay. Can you please go out into the hall so I can get dressed?
Don't flatter yourself. I'm not looking.
Where are you going? What are you doing outside?
Why are you outside?
Mom? What are you doing? Baby? Caleb, I want a divorce.
A what?
Wait, are you cheating on me with John again?
Uncle John?
I've been waiting for this one. Turn it up.
Slow songs, they for skinny hoes. Can't move all of this here to wanna die.
Two plus two is 4. -1, that's 3. Quick maths.
3 is a magic number.
Do you ever look at someone and wonder what is going on inside their head?
Quiet, please. Out. No need to yell. No need to have a riot. Shut your eyes. Take a deep breath. Oh, you've gone all quiet.
to look, you know, exciting. I don't want it to look too generic or circusy, you know. Not saying that looks like it, but.
These ladies are hot. They're so very hot.
So much stage till I saw we the niggas and they touch. We so
bragging and shit, you know, earning a whole lot of money. What do you think you got? Nigga, hold on.
I smoke the dope bitch.
Should probably do some online work. Oh man, it's dead. Well, you know what? I did my best, you know?
The fuck? Oh shit. Bink, 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 bink.
When worlds collide, you can run,
but you can hide.
When worlds collide.
I just got up and walked to the door and I saw it.
Dominique, nique, s'en allait tout simplement. Routier, pauvre et chantant. En tout chemin, en tout lieu, il ne parle que du bon Dieu. Il ne parle que du bon Dieu. À l'époque où Jean sans terre d'Angleterre était le roi, Dominique, notre père, combattit les albigeois. Dominique, nique, s'en allait tout simplement. Routier, pauvre et chantant. En tout chemin, en tout lieu, il ne parle que du bon Dieu. Il ne parle que du bon Dieu. Certains jours, un hérétique par des ronces le conduit, mais notre père Dominique, par sa joie, le convertit.
These ladies are hot. They're so very hot.
So much stage till I saw we the niggas and they touch. We so sure.
Y'all tell me why my friend has a Beats toothbrush. What's she gonna do? Listen to music? Tooth tunes. Tooth tunes. Tooth tunes. Never mind, y'all. Beats toothbrush.
Wow, but really playing this bull?
Right to the right, to the right, the right, the right.
So, would you rather?
Well, I'm not playing this game.
No, kiss me for $100, or kiss the hottest girl you know for $700.
Kiss the hottest girl I know for $700.
Okay. Well, who is that?
Salma Hayek.
Who? It's not me.
Salma Hayek. No, Lolly. Am I the hottest guy you know? What do you mean?
Look, I said. Man, fuck. What's wrong, Kyle? Man, these kids, man, talking shit, making me feel bad. Man,
Fuck them kids, bro.
Africa, the place.
What was this? Say it again. Say this word again.
Africa.
I am having a very bad day. I am in no mood. This, today, is one of the worst days that I've had in a long time.
Hey, we need some Parmesan for tomorrow night. Do we have any Parmesan in there? Check. I'll check the barn. Dang it!
Payback.
There's my beer.
You want some churros?
Yeah, I'll take one. Yeah.
Okay, just be careful because it's gonna be hot. Okay.
Oh, okay.
There's a candy on it.
No. Okay.
Finally get thirsty, got water like a leak. My brother got locked, another bottle got a pee. First I text and a whole bunch of work, had to bring 2 jets and a whole lot of babes. First take a drink, take the rest with a chain on her.
Charles, say hi to my boyfriend.
Hey, boyfriend. I'm gay, so it's okay. I'll go for you, not her.
I'm a very active sleep talker, and there's apps you can download that record you through the night. I had posted one last week, and I found a new app where people can submit their sleep recordings. You have to hear this one.
Oh, I hate that stupid giraffe. Oh, I hate that stupid giraffe. That giraffe always wants to bite you. Stupid thing, he's got such big teeth and all. Oh, I hate that giraffe.
Jeff, good lord.
So I decided to send something to a random person that added me on Snapchat, and this is how it went.
I just wanted you to watch me dissolve slowly with the moon right up. You love me.
So he ended up leaving me on scene.
Come on, I'm coming, God. Okay, I'm good. Okay, come on. Damn.
I'm hollering at the streets in the club trying to get right. We gon' be up in this bitch till we break daylight. Little mama, show me how you move it. Go ahead, put your back into it. Do your thing like it ain't nothing to it. Shake that ass, girl. Little mama, show me how you move it. Go ahead, put your back into it. Do your thing like it ain't nothing to it. Shake that ass, girl. You see me shining, lit up with diamonds, cause I stay grinding. Homie, you can catch me swooping, Bentley, cooping, switching lanes. If you see me rolling, you know why I'm holding. I'm out my paper, yeah. I'm serious, I ain't playing.
Birthday to you. Harder.
Okay, who's ready to have a baby? That would be me. Please, get this thing out of me. We actually have a new system that will relieve your pain while in labor by transferring the pain to the father, if you're up for that. Oh. Yeah, okay, fine. Just get it over with. Okay, we'll start off with 20% going to the father then. Okay, that's a little better. Whew. Wow, I'm not feeling anything. Turn it up to 40, Doc. Okay, 140. Wow, I like this system. I don't feel anything. Oh, excuse me. Hey, what's up, man? Dude, I feel like I'm passing a kidney stone the size of a watermelon right now. Dude, you need to get that checked. Turn it up to 60, Doc. Oh, it's getting worse! Oh, dude, it's getting Turn it to 100, Doc.
Lassù in montagna, oh bella ciao, bella ciao, bella ciao, 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 seppellire lassù in montagna, sotto l'ombra di un bel fior.
She's right there. She's right there.
Hey, I gotta use the bathroom. I gotta use the bathroom.
Holy shithead! Where'd this come from?
Mom, I'm really going insane.
Well, that's not my
You letting the scouts outside, we running the scouts.
Nigga, I'm out.
These ladies are hot. They're so very hot.
So much things to like. So niggas in that touch.
It's the remix.
Which country has the same flag as the USA? America?
Mom, Dad, how are we doing today? Great. What is this guy on stilts? What are we feeding this guy now?
This shot, I'm bound to get something.
Yeah, you can see I need glasses.
Look at my dad, and then look at all the boys. No! He's trying to send me the flavors. No, look at that. I'm gonna pee. He's talking to one of them! No! No! What is he doing? What is he doing? I'm gonna pee myself. No! No!
Would you just go chill right now?
Dude.
when you're spending every day on your own. And here it goes, I'm just a kid. I got 5 and 9s in this bitch. I got cutters in a hoe. I got pounds in this bitch. I got hoes running in and on the slime.
Welcome, Outspoken Entertainment, our first actual show of the Outspoken Comedy Hour. We were using other names. Apparently, they've been copyrighted. I've been served a couple letters, so we have to come up with a name that nobody's used yet. So, Outspoken Comedy Hour, we're using it here tonight. We're going to continue on here. We got some great comics lined up for you tonight. Thank you guys very much for coming out. It's been a fantastic week for me, just being cooped up once again in the exact same spot I was last week. And great news, I'm still quarantined with a vegan. So it's awesome. Okay, it's great. Squirrels outside have better action than I do. It's fantastic. But we got some great folks coming on. In fact, you're not here to hear me. I want you to hear these guys. Check us out. Make sure you let your friends know that we're online. Go to Facebook at Lark Entertainment. Check out their Facebook page, Mike Ward's Comedy. Check out my page as well to get links through YouTube and Twitter. Check out all of our feeds. Let all your friends know that we're here every single Friday or Saturday night. That's where we are, 7 p.m. Keep an eye out for as well. But we're looking forward to having more and more folks here every single week. So thank you guys for tuning in and continue to tune in. Send us your comments. Let us know who you want to see. We'll get them tuned in. We'll get them. Don't be afraid to. The worst that'll happen is we'll ask somebody, "Hey man, let's zoom in. Let's do a show." And the worst they'll say is, "Who the?" And that's okay. I've gotten that plenty of times before. So we're ready to move forward, have some great folks here all over this great state of California. And we just wanted to find a venue for sitting on their butts. We got a show to do. We're going to zoom you in. Let's get going. So all these stand-up comedians are just ready to work. They don't want to stand though. I'm a little disappointed about that, but that's okay. They do what they can. So, comedian, I believe if I remember correctly, is very, very short. So let's get her on, and we'll move on with the rest of these folks as well. But please give a nice warm welcome to Samantha Berman.
Hello. Thank you for plotting. Oh, I appreciate it. I did my makeup today. So it's actually Behrman. And my dad is actually Dr. David Behrman. He's you done fucked up, Mike. Worts. You're the worst. So my dad, Dr. David Behrman, is the #1 cannabis expert in the country, #2 in the world. Since we're all already on the computer, I know for a fact at least one of you is Googling him, and that's fine. Just make sure you spell his name right. Bear like the animal, and man like the overpaid gender who can't say my name correctly. So, and don't be worried about too many people Googling him at once, okay? Because my father Googles himself at least 5 times a day. He Googles himself so much that his doctor said if he does it anymore, he's gonna go blind. I have strong memories of me growing up, my mother yelling down to my father, "David, are you watching yourself on the YouTube again? Can't you for once be watching porn like a normal husband? Shut that shit off and come. But my parents, they're, oh goodness, there was some feedback, sorry. So my parents, they have been married for 30 years, okay? And they have been happily married for 10. Because 10 years ago, my father made the wise investment in selective hearing aids. Now, whenever my mom says something he doesn't feel like listening to, he just takes the hearing aids out. He's never been happier. Also, I don't think he's ever put the hearing aids back in, quite frankly. He's gotten really good at nodding, making strong eye contact, and smiling. I've also learned that's all I really need in a partner. Like, if I want your opinion, I'll give it to you. And so since it is 2020, I'm online dating and I swing both ways, okay? I Christian mingle and I J date, all right? My boyfriend hates my online dating habits though, but what are you gonna do? In the midst of all of my online dating, I have been the recipient of over 100 unsolicited dick pics. And like 2 solicited, I was curious. Since I have so many dick pics, I have a penis portfolio on my phone, a genitalia galleria, if you will. Oh yeah, I kept them all. And some of these are like back in the day where there's a face involved.
Oh no.
That's a mistake. So anyway, what did I do with those? I started my own website called dicksididn'taskfor.com. We've got 3 categories: circumcised, uncircumcised, and whoa. Yeah, you know who's in the whoa. It's black guys. And like this one Asian guy, worth it. We also have a Dick of the Month newsletter, but don't worry, we cut to the quick and it's just the tip. Listen, I do want to give some dating advice because the best people to give dating advice is anybody else, okay? So men, this is really for men actually. If you're trying to seduce a woman and think sending a dick pic is the way to do it, no, just no. I'm going to tell you the picture that will honestly get her panties wet, and better yet, get her panties off. Take a picture of you cleaning the kitchen with a dry cloth so that the countertops are not all wet. Take another picture, you putting all the groceries away and throwing the bags away. But the real panty dropper, start your laundry. Fold your laundry and put your laundry away in the same day. Oh God, send that picture. Oh, sorry, I just had like an out-of-body experience. That was weird. Anyway, so one of the ways I know I'm getting older is that I tell people I work with young people. I don't know exactly when I started making that distinction, but now I feel the need to say, oh yeah, I work with young people. As if somehow if I didn't clarify, people would look at me and go, you look like you're the age of people you work with. No. Like I might feel 20, but I work with 20-year-olds. No. I can't with them. They communicate just so differently. Like I learned that you can basically be as mean as you want, but if you end your statement with #just kidding, it's null and void. Like I was hearing my students talking to each other going, oh my God, Jessica, you slept with 5 guys this week. You are such a slut. Like seriously, like you have the herp. Like, oh my God, like look at your face. Like, oh my God, you're disgusting. #just kidding. And I was like, what? We can say that? So I went to my boss and I said, oh my God, Jessica, you are such an annoying bitch and I don't want to come into work anymore. You don't pay me enough and I fucking hate your face. #just kidding. She said, #you're fired. So I guess it doesn't work for grown-ups. That's also how I know I'm getting older. I was legitimately concerned when I lost my job. Oh, the door's opening because I'm an adult and live with my parents. Oh, yep. That's great. That's what comedy gets you, folks. You know what comedy gets you? It gets you back at home. That's what it gets you. Yeah. Anyway, that's fun. So moving on. It is expensive though, and I have roommates. They're my parents, obviously. So it's weird in the morning when my mom's like, "Yeah, I got lucky last night." I'm like, "Yeah, I heard." Through the wall that we share. Good for you, Mom. Anyway, that was just me. Okay. Guys, my therapist hasn't been answering my calls, so I'm using stand-up comedy time as a time to like share those thoughts. So you're welcome. Oh, my goodness. I did used to live in Kentucky by myself. Well, with roommates, but by myself, meaning like not my parents. And it was great. Okay. I had a room in a house for $250 a month. That included utilities, my own bedroom in a house. I thought I can deal with anything for $250 a month. Wrong. That's wrong. So about a week or two living there, my roommate came into the kitchen and she said, "Samantha, since you're going to be living with us, there's something about myself I have to tell you. It's real private, it's real personal, and you need to know." I said, "Okay, well, what is it?" "Well, I am a born-again virgin." "Tell me more." "Well, I have a boyfriend, Jebediah. Now, Jebediah lives in Ohio. That is 3 hours away. Now, on Friday night, Jebediah drives the 3 hours all the way across state lines into Kentucky, if you will, and enters me. And I lose my virginity. I proceed to lose my virginity Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. But then on Sunday, he drives himself back to Ohio. And I become re-virginized. Because through Jesus, all things are possible. I said, "Oh, well, I'm Jewish." And she goes, "Oh, Lord, bless your heart." I want you to know this took me way too long to learn, but I say it as a PSA. If a woman from the South ever tells you, "Bless your heart," you have been grossly disrespected. Just think it in your head. It's probably one of the meanest things they could say. So, grocery shopping. Well, now it's literally like the Hunger Games, okay? I feel like everyone is just so afraid to touch anything, to buy anything. But back in the day, think back with me, folks, 9 weeks ago, okay? Grocery shopping on Sunday is what I used to think the Hunger Games was really like, because nobody wants to be there. You've got old people taking their time going through aisles. You've got millennials choosing which pie tot they're going to eat for lunch. You've got kids running around, and then you just go in for a grab bag moment, head to the independent checkout aisle, get home, look at what you have. Oftentimes you end up with 3 bottles of Jack Daniel, a loaf of bread, a brick of cheese, a Cadbury egg, and 3 apples. And you think to yourself, wow, this is going to be some sort of week. All right, so I'm going to end you guys with this little tidbit. I do have a few businesses. I'm a comic. I have a master's degree, so naturally, I'm also an author. And I want to share with you some of the titles of my books. You can find them on Amazon. Shameless plug, okay? One of the titles of my children's book is Yellow Snow, My Favorite Color. Or I Wanted a Dog, but Got a Sister. I do have books for adults, though, and for parents, because I think it's important to give back not just to the kids, but to the adults. One of my bestsellers is Grow Up, You're Practically 8. Or Here, Take This, A User's Guide to Running with Scissors. A book based on my own experience is These Walls Are Too Thin, Living with Your Millennial Child. I also have a business that is available on Groupon. It's called Pre-Written Passive Aggressive Notes. Our slogan is, we know you're mad at someone somewhere for that thing they did, and we're mad too. My biggest seller, though, is really huge with the up-and-coming iGen generation, and it is Apologies. It's artisanal cheeses with handcrafted notes. So say, for example, someone in your family is having a bad day. They're crying. Give them one of these. Sorry you're feeling blue. example, you bombed your last quarter of high school because you just stopped turning in any assignments because anything on the internet is fake anyway. You give one of these to your parents along with your failing grade. I could have done better. You deserve cheddar. Okay, but here's really the top seller. If you're having a fight with your significant other and you just want to apologize, give them one of these the morning after. Sorry, I'm such a monster. And don't worry for all you vegan folks out there, we do have a cashew cheese option. The slogan for that is just like you, we're faking it too. All right, thank you guys so much for having me. My name is Sam Bear Comedy. You can find me on Instagram, you can find me on Facebook, and you can find me living at home with my parents.
Yes, Sam!
Woo! Excellent. Samantha Behrman, fantastic, great to meet you. And I apologize. That's what it was on my teleprompter. Berman, Berrman. I blame the producers for my faux pas. Granted, if it was there correctly, I probably would have screwed it up anyway. But thank you very much. You're very, very funny. So it's fantastic to have you here. We hope to have you back again. Great stuff. So look her up, everybody out there. Instagram, Facebook, Sam Bear Comedy. She's got some great stuff online. Fun to follow too. I do follow on Instagram. You got some great stuff that you post out there. It's very funny stuff. So, and she's absolutely right. Dating these days is a pain in the ass. It's difficult. So, especially right now, we're all stuck at home. I miss the day when we can go out and go to a bar and send somebody a drink and roofie it. That's what's missing these days right now. Okay. We just, nowadays you've got to get to know each other. You got to learn the lingo. You've got to, figure out how to text people. Just when I figure out what the text, it changes to like acronyms. And just when I figure out the acronyms, it changes to like pictures and fruit and all kinds of emojis. And don't send like produce unless you know what the hell you're sending, because that can get you into a lot of trouble. And who's the one that decided that an eggplant is supposed to be the fruit of choice to represent the male member? That's what I want to know, because if I like unzip my pants and it looked like an eggplant all puffed up and purple and crooked, I'd see a doctor. Okay, ladies, if that comes out at you, that's not normal. Okay, if they showed me that in history class or in health class, I would never take my pants off in front of a woman. So that's just I don't know who. That's totally unfair. Whoever decided the eggplant was the male member emoji. I'm a little upset with those folks out there. But nowadays we just enjoy ourselves. We do what we can. We figure out what our, I guess, all of our little, what is it, like acronyms or pick, like you said, dick pics. Those are really nice to send, because then it just cuts right to the chase, and there's no interpretation to be done at that point. So one more thing I want to make a shout out to also to our sponsor, Hamtastic Vinyls, making some great stuff for us out here. As a matter of fact, if you'd like to order the official COVID-19 Outspoken Mike COVID-19 mask, I've got one right here. They're very comfortable. They fit nicely with a comedian on the go. Look at that. And you can still do comedy with your COVID-19 mask on, and you don't sound like you're okay. Maybe you sound a little bit like you're on a mask, but every phone call I've been on right now, everybody sounds like Ryan Reynolds while he's doing Deadpool right now, because you got that little reverberation thing going on. But hey, if you want to pick up one of these with the Outspoken Mike logo, let me know. Come on out. It's gonna be fantastic. Direct message me. All my information is out there as well, and you can hit us up on Venmo if you're looking to tip anybody. That information's on there on the bottom as well. So, all right, we're going to move this show right along. We got some great comics waiting in the wings, some fantastic stand-up comedians. If you think they're funny live in person standing up, wait till you see them on video all sitting down. This is where it gets really good, okay? Your next comedian, a very, very funny guy. Please give a nice warm welcome to a nice spoken Seablung.
Yeah, Kurt!
Hey. Thanks,
yeah,
guys.
Buddy.
Man, Samantha, those the apologies, those are really good. I don't know which one I like cheddar, but moving on. I know the camera adds a couple pounds and Black is slimming. I don't know if you can tell, but since this quarantine, I've already lost full custody of my kids. Yeah, so that was exciting. Going through a divorce, and that's really rough. My kids, I've got 5 kids, and of course it's tough on them. But I grew up in a broken home too. My dad left when I was 4. I really didn't know much about him. From what I was told, though, he was a real man's man. That's all I heard. He's a real man's man because he ran off with another dude. So what can you do? And growing up was tough. What are those places where people pay a lot of money to have women smack them around? Catholic school. I went to Catholic school growing up. That was it. Yeah, so Sister Kathleen, if you're watching, dropping names. She had a haircut like a second grade boy and a pimp slap that would make you pee a little. It was hard, you know. And now that I've got my kids though, and like I said, I'm only a part-time dad, you know, so no benefits. Hoping for full time. We'll see what happens. But when I do have my kids, I would do anything for them. You know, they know that too. I mean, I try to spoil them when they're here. They got me so wrapped around their little fangs. Their fangs. They suck me dry of my youth, my money, zinc, the things that are essential. It's tough. You parents know. You know, the other thing all parents know is, you know, your kids, whatever they're doing, it you know, you see them through a filter. You know, they're beautiful little cherubs to you, right? They're beautiful winged little angry birds. They're angry birds. They destroy everything, but they're so damn cute. What can you do? And you know, their mother and I, we fought all the time, and that's what led to the separation. Well, that and other things, we'll get to that later. But one of the things she used to always do is she'd give me the silent treatment. Which first I was like, oh, thank God she stopped yelling at me. But the problem is I needed her to tell me some things that only she knew, right? Like, how much money did you spend? Whose shoes are those? Where am I supposed to park in the parking lot? You know, these are things that I need her to tell me all the time. It's hard. And you know, I was always the fun parent too, right? I mean, before and after the separation, I was always with the kids, goofing around, you know, playing games, all that stuff. You know, I was like Robin Williams in that movie where he dressed up like the woman, Birdcage, like that. You know, so it's hard. It's hard being without them. But I'll tell you what, though, the hardest thing is a diamond. You can Google that, but I digress. When I left finally, then my oldest daughter, she moved out with me, and she had a Jeep. Now this Jeep, the transmission was shot, right? It was dead, but she still owed money on it. So she was at her phone on the kitchen table making a payment. She looked at me and said, "Dad, this sucks having to pay for something you can't even use anymore." And I was writing out her mother's spousal support check. I know exactly what you mean. You know, it's paying for things you can't use anymore. One weekend, I had the kids over, and one of my weekends with them, obviously. And they're at the pool playing around, goofing around and everything. And I saw a woman walk into the laundry room, right, in the basket of laundry. She looks over at me, and I got my shirt off. I've got my gross dad bod going, or my father figure, if you will. And she looks and she smiles. So I smile back. Then my 12-year-old pops her head out of the water and she goes, Dad, I'm a dolphin. Throw me a Cheez-It. Okay, Emmy. Throw a Cheez-It. And I look over at the girl and lowers her head, shakes it, and goes in the laundry room. It's like, God damn it. So listen, honey, I'm out here trying to help you find a new mom. You pop your head out of the water acting like a crazy dolphin, you're just defeating the porpoise. Just defeating the porpoise. That's how you know I'm a dad. That's a dad joke. I'm only allowed a couple of those a day. And, you know, trying to date again, it's hard. You know, I wanted to date someone obviously different than my ex, right? And I started dating a woman. She had a master's degree in computer science, right? So she was really overweight, but it didn't work out. We tried, but there was just no common ground that would support her. So what I really wanted, though, I still would like, is I'd like to date a math teacher, because well, those are the girlfriends that count. Those are the girlfriends that count. He gets it. He's dating a math teacher. Yeah, and I've been seeing a therapist for a while now, and one of the things is I remember her saying to me, she was saying, it sounds like it's possible that your ex has diagnosed bipolar, and then do you guys ever do this where you say something and you could swear you said something different, like maybe it was a number or something like that, or letter, and so I looked at her and I said, well, I don't remember what subscriptions she was taking. And then she said to me, what subscriptions does your wife have? And I was like, oh, Us, Mademoiselle, stuff like that. She's like, no, I asked you about prescriptions. I said, oh, no, I tried Zoloft for 2 weeks, but it didn't really help. So I stopped. And then she said, I'm asking about your wife's prescriptions. Like, no, I don't think she's taking anything. So that whole conversation that I'm trying to explain that I'm not crazy ended up going like this. So it says, maybe your wife is bipolar. Oh no, she's subscribed to Mademoiselle and Us. And it's like, oh no, I mean prescriptions. Oh no, I tried Zola. No, I mean your wife. Oh ha 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 ha. That is not a good conversation to have with your therapist. Now, one of the things she was working with me on, though, especially lately, she says I've got to be more assertive. That's what we're trying to work on. And what sucks, though, is now we're only meeting online like this. And it doesn't feel like, you guys might be able to vouch for this, but it doesn't feel like the same quality, time, right? And I'm still getting bills for her for $100 a session. I was like, $100 for a Zoom therapy session? This is what I think about your Zoom therapy session. Now, I know it's not a middle finger. I'm working on being a little more assertive with my therapist. See how that goes. Yeah. Well, like I said, growing up was tough. Now, I grew up with two brothers, right? And we were like three peas in a podcast about fighting. That's all we did. We fought all the time. We were boys, right? But my older brother, he was the worst. I mean, he and I fought like cats and convicts, because he always called me a pussy, and and he ended up going to prison for violent crimes. That was tough, and usually when you're in a fight with family, I mean, usually you pull your punches, right? Well, he didn't pull his punch at all. He pushed it really hard, right in my pussy face. That sucked. Yeah. And this is true too. When I was in second grade, he went to slap me and had a pencil in his hand and ended up stabbing me in the head with a pencil. Number 2 pencil. Never get it out of my mind. Yeah. Man, oh man. But my kids, though, I would do anything for them. Now that I'm a dad. In fact, like, and here's the thing. Okay, so 5 kids, 4 of them are girls. So I was really hoping that they would be nuns, so I wouldn't have to deal with the whole dating thing. Any dad will tell you that that's a very, no one's good enough for your little girl, right? My oldest, though, she's dating a guy. His name is Jesus. So I like to say she found Jesus. Close. And he's a really cool guy. He tries really hard. We get along, and because I believe in him, all things are possible, right, Samantha? Like her roommate was telling her. So, what I would do I would do anything for my kids. And 10 years ago, I decided I would quit drinking and smoking. So both in the same night. So that last night, I figured, you know what? I'm going to kick this off with a bang, right? So Let's just chain smoking and drinking Maker's Mark and Shock Tops, just wasted, And next morning, woke up my room, my bedroom, my pajamas. I was like, oh, okay, good start. Went downstairs and, my whole family was at the table. Still married at the time. So, my ex was there and my kids and even Jesus was there. I was like, what's going on, everybody? And my ex said, you better get in that bathroom and clean up that damn mess you made. Mess. I go in there and I look and everything's knocked over. Everything. Pants and underwear I was wearing the night before was all balled up and tossed in the corner. There's a big puddle in the middle of the room. My ex said, yeah, that was you, passed out, naked, covered in piss. I wasn't. I slipped upstairs in my pajamas, see? Look, that's not even my footstep in that puddle. That was when Jesus said, it was then that I carried you. It was then that I carried you. So now, that poem, Footsteps, makes a lot more sense. I keep it framed in the bathroom. It's a beautiful thing. Now my kids, yeah, they're my world. I love having them around. It was just their mother. Thing with her too, she could drink anyone under the table, because that's where she hid her booze. But yeah, one of the things I did with my kids a lot though is we used to like shooting rockets, right? So you get rockets and they'd pick it out, and inevitably I'd end up building it. But it was always like, you guys got to build these things, you got to learn, some things like precision. They wouldn't, but what they would do is paint them. So it was just a bunch of rockets with pink and glitter and hearts. Now I got into rocketry, and actually not because of rockets, but I thought missiles were cool, right? Since I was a little kid, I was like, oh, that'd be cool to make not to make a missile. Obviously, I'm not a psycho, but that always intrigued me. Now we would go to an empty lot to launch these rockets all the time, right? And my kids were like, I don't know if we can, launch here, Dad. It's like, relax. I mean, it might be a little against the law, but I mean, it's for science, right? It's okay. My daughter was like, oh, you mean like North Korea? No, not like North Korea. Yeah. So now we don't play NPR on the way to school anymore. They're great kids, but they say that the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. That's true. That's very true. But neither do dead baby birds. Food for thought. Anyways, you guys, thank you very much. All of you in the ether. This has been a fantastic night. And you guys have been the best virtual crowd. Virtually awesome. This is great. I'm Kurt Siebel. You guys have a fantastic night.
Yeah, Kurt. Woohoo!
Go, Kurt Siebel. Fantastic. Thank you very much, Kurt. Comedian Kurt Siebel. Make sure you follow him on social media. I think our producers will put that up here or put that right here so you guys can see that as well. His Instagram, his Facebook, Twitter. Very, very funny guy. Check him out. If you're running out of dad jokes, Kurt's your man right there. Dad, Dad. Kurt, that's great. That's gold. Thank you, sir. Fantastic. I'm loving it. And soon we'll be back to drinking and smoking. I promise it. They'll lift the ban on that, and we'll get everybody back out there again into drinking and smoking and all that good stuff. I'm quite certain there. The drinkers, I know you guys miss social drinking. Right now you're drinking at home with your kids. Which is it kind of just takes the edge off of it. But isn't that really the reason why you're drinking anyway? Is because you're kids, and it's like it's bad to be doing it right in front of them. So can't do it. And then all the guys that are doing weed, nothing's changed for you guys. Weed is still just as anticlimactic at home as it is when you're out with your friends, or half the time you're smoking weed in your own bedroom, putting the towels under the door so your kids can't don't know what you're up to, but they know. Trust me, okay, the kids know, but. Me personally, can't do weed, never could. Too anticlimactic for me. All right. At least when you drink, there's an end in sight, right? You're gonna pass out, you're gonna throw up, you're gonna hit a cop. Something is gonna happen to end your night. But with weed, you don't have that luxury. It just goes on and on and and you get high and you get the munchies and then you eat and then you smoke and you get high, you get the munchies and then you eat and then you smoke and you get high, you get the munchies and you eat and you smoke. What are we talking about again? Sorry. And that too, it's got to be probably the most annoying thing about dealing with or living with a pothead is just trying to have a straight conversation with them. I mean, that's just the worst ever. You know, you're just halfway into it. You're just like, yeah, I'm, yeah, man, I'm, what are we talking about? Yeah. I said, how you doing? All right. So yeah, we'll all be back to that normal at some point in time. But right now, potheads, stay home. Drinkers, stay home. Drink, enjoy, have yourself a great time. And then we'll be done worrying about coronavirus in a few months, and we'll be right back to worrying about liver, cirrhosis of the liver, and ulcers and all the other great stuff. So it'll be fine. So. All right, we got a great treat for you now. Looks like our connections are all set up. We one more shout out again to our Handtastic Vinyls, our sponsor, making great T-shirts and COVID-19 masks. If you need those personalized and set up, we got those. They can take care of for you as well. A lot of great things out there from them. So we're looking forward to that. But we do have a special satellite link up. We've got one of our normal regular comedians. She is actually on vacation up in the Himalayas or Tibet or something like along those lines. So directly from the Himalayas, while she's getting all spiritual and re-energized with Buddha and all that good stuff, please welcome our own yogi, Miss Anushka Miller. Take it away, Anushka.
Hi, you guys. Hello. Hi from Himalaya. How are you doing? I am so excited. You guys, it's so good to escape the city. Oh my God, that was so amazing. As you can tell, my best friend Buddha is here and be meditating all day long. I am finally getting motivated. You heard me last week said that I was unmotivated and was trying to exercise with a Q-tip, but no, now I'm like, I came up with this much better solution. I'm gonna show you the exercises I do. So, and you will tell, you can tell everything really has some kind of similarities. Okay, here you are laying down. Here you are again laying down. Here you are laying down for a change. More laying down. Our legs up, but still laying down. Okay. Stretching, laying down, and bending over, falling asleep. What I'm trying to say to you, I am staying motivated and don't be jealous. Yeah, I'm pretty much loving all the exercise where we are laying down, doing nothing. But you see in Himalaya here, really far, where there's no one, you can hear maybe bark of a dog. It's like sometimes, I just made this, I just got this as a gift actually. I don't know how to say it, but look, when I was back in the city, I look like a what do you call it? A bank robber. Check this out. Okay, so this is what I looked in the city. All I had to do is go to the bank and ask them for money. And you know what? They gave it to me because they don't know what's underneath of this. Then I figured this is such a good look. Then I also bought one for my Buddha, right? You see? In his color, gray on gray. So, you see? Oh, so good. So we are protected here. You don't have to worry about anything. Yes, this is my 500-pound Buddha, next to which I don't feel overweight because he is amazing. Talking about overweight, laughing. Talking about overweight, this is Gatorade to keep me hydrated. It's a holy Gatorade. You know why it's holy? Because Buddha is holding it for me all day long. Now, there's a one thing that Buddha will not want to do is hold my glass of wine, but he is not judgmental, so I am okay. Thank you very much, Buddha. I love you. So that's that. I also use lots of a bug spray because here in mountains there is a lots of flying things, and apparently they all like vegan people. Oh, guess what? I'm vegan. Okay. So yes, I am vegan. I'm always hungry. Sometimes that makes me angry. But I am a really nice person. And you know what? Another thing that you maybe know about me, I am actually really, really so nice person, but I'm also known as a scissor girl. Let me explain. Okay,
Ooh.
scissor girl means I always travel with the scissors. Reason why?
Aw,
Okay,
Belle.
so I used to have a boyfriend, and I wanted to break up with him, and he didn't want to leave. So what I did as a solution, because where I grew up, Croatia, I stab him with the scissors. Now I know it's not very honorable things to say, especially Buddha listening here, but I stab him with the scissors, and he didn't want to leave. He goes like, "Let's work on relationship." I was like, "Darling, what part of stabbing don't you understand?" And so he goes like, "Oh my God, this hurts. Can you take me to emergency room?" I was like, "Do you know I was the one stabbing you? I'm not sure I'm suited for the job." But because I'm such a nice person, I took him to emergency room. And, as the nurse was putting him together, she kept looking at me. She's like, did you do? No, lady, I didn't know. Listen, he's breathing. He's okay. And that's why I'm in Himalaya. I'm trying to be a better person and all that, and meditating all day long. Gosh, I exercised this morning. I told you not only the laying position things, I actually spin, and I did some jogging. Now my lower back is hurting, but it's okay. I'll get over it. Anything is better than being in Los Angeles, California COVID situation. Somehow Himalaya are left, out of all this. So I'm doing good, but I really needed vacation. And I'm sure after this, I'm gonna go and search for yet another spot to do another vacation because yeah, you know how that is. What else is there? I sometimes wondering what is Melania doing. How is Melania coping with all of this? Maybe I remind you a little bit of her. After all, I am from Croatia and she is from Slovenia, and those two countries really, lay onto each other. And that's why I feel really safe having a Trump as a president because, he can't do anything to us. Pretty much he, you know, has to follow what Melania said. Oh, I think I just killed a bug, but that's good.
Oh no.
I know it's not
Oh
good.
no.
Don't listen.
Is it
Don't listen.
okay?
I did it. Okay, so
Oh
but I
my
had
God.
the ladybug land on me earlier, like just a few minutes ago before
Oh.
we started. So that was really fun. I was like, "Yay, ladybug! Love is coming to me." Okay, you guys, I know you are in COVID and I'm blabbling how I'm in vacation and having such a good time. Let me tell you something. You can also get yourself on eBay a box of these cards, and then you can do your yoga yourself. Make your Himalaya right in your living room, or backyard if you have one, or in the front of the house or building, and then charge your neighbors who come along. That will be my business idea. And then what else? I can't order food here because nobody delivers, but you in the city, you get your food delivered and everything else. So I hope you are doing well. I know this is terrible time and not the easiest one for us. That's the reason why I actually escaped. But I spend most of my time playing instrument, and since I'm very not good on a guitar or a piano, I use a flute. So this is what this sounds, and here in Himalaya, I'm not judging it. So here we go, just for you. Pretty much puts me to sleep. And yeah, but it also makes the wishes come true. So this is I make a wish, and now I wish for the world peace and corona go away, and let it get out in the world. You guys, if you want me to teach you yoga, go to l2yyoga.com. I will actually pay you a ticket to my vacation spot, Himalaya. So just go on l2y.com and l2yyoga.com, and I will make sure that you come to me and we will do yoga together. Of course, with a mask. You will have your a stand-up mask there. It's gonna be awesome. Maybe I should put some Buddha, like logos on my new masks, perhaps. because I guess we will be having this mask for a quite long time. I did call Chanel. I'm a very fashion girl. My past was all in fashion, and I called Chanel. I said, listen, I need some fancy masks, so they're also on its way. So if you want, write, text me that you want some Chanel mask. If you want to be fancy in these difficult times. What else to tell you? Oh, I don't know. My God. Wow. Yeah. Just it's that's me, a mess in vacation, hoping this is gonna be over soon or not, because then I actually need to go back to work. I work at the gym, and that's pretty much the only time when you're gonna get me out of my bed at 5 a.m. in the morning. I don't know, but I teach spin and yoga and meditation, and for some reason that crazy stuff starts at 5 a.m. So yeah,
Oh,
I know. I like your mask, Eric. I can, I can see you guys. You see, Eric is coming up. He's having some crazy things. You think like me and how I hear is it's crazy. No. Eric is gonna bring us lots of fun, and I'm gonna say thank you, and I'm sending back you to your host, Mike. And enjoy your night, and I'll see you next Saturday, hopefully. Okay, so stay well.
Thank you,
woo!
Anushka Miller.
Namaste.
Fantastic,
Anushka.
all the way from the Himalayas. Wonderful job, Anushka. Scissor Girl. Sorry, I apologize. That's a new one. I didn't realize you wanted to go by now. Is Scissor Girl. So that's fantastic. I'll explain to you the translation mistakes next time we meet. It'll work out well. So beautiful, beautiful. And thank you very much for taking on the murder hornets, one hornet at a time. That little smack you got down there. So good job with that. That's our next apparently big panic is the murder hornets are coming down or coming across the pond again from Asia. Those Asians really hate us because they're sending us flus and hornets and all kinds of crazy crap. But good news is the praying mantis can kick the crap out of the murder hornet. There's a great YouTube video out there on it. If you haven't seen it yet, it's wonderful. The praying mantis is just sitting there praying to Jesus, I assume, Kurt, and then just reaches out and grabs the sucker and just eats his face off. It's the best thing ever. Okay, even better than the Tiger King. YouTube, praying mantis eats murder wasp or murder hornet. You're gonna love it. Don't do it now. Wait till after the show. But yeah, it's great stuff. So, all right. Your last comedian of the night, very, very funny guys and waiting in the wings very patiently, with offering great hysterics and great support for the rest of the comics. We want to thank him for being here as well. Please give a nice, warm, outspoken comedy night welcome to Mr. Oh my gosh, Mr. Eric Escobar.
Hello,
Yeah, Eric.
my name is oh my gosh, Eric Escobar. How you doing? What's going on? Can we address how Anushka just murdered that ladybug? Jesus Christ, you murdered the fuck out of that ladybug.
In front of Buddha, right
That's
in front of Buddha.
horrible luck. Hashtag justice for ladybug. I walked 3.8 miles for ladybug today. This is horrible. Also, when stop making out with Buddha. I think he's gay. I don't know. I made that up. He might be bi. We'll see. Also, when you said you were gonna do the scissor sister thing, I got so excited, and then you stabbed your boyfriend. You know what a turn that was. I just want to comment. Oh my Lord! I was like, that was she might have sex with a lady. You didn't have sex with a lady. You killed a guy. You fucking killed a guy. Justice for ladybug. All right, let's go. We were talking about Mike? What were you talking about? The some type of animal?
Murder hornet. The murder hornet.
Murder hornet. I got a YouTube hole for you, sir. Have you ever heard of the pufferfish? Of course you have. Pufferfishes are great. They're like they're insane. I saw a video last night of a pufferfish eating a fucking can. A can of Coke. What animal eats a can of Coke? A pufferfish. It was wild. He ate
Was it a full can?
It was just a bite. It was a tiny little bite.
Uh-huh.
It's okay. Buddha doesn't know. It's okay. We love you, Buddha. Thank you you are the best audience member of all of us, Buddha. I'm actually everyone who tuned in. You're the best. Please donate. But Buddha, props to you. Please donate. We are out of work. I don't have any shows. It's being wild. Oh my Lord. Hey, it's great to see y'all. Hello. Let's start the bits. Where's everyone coming from? I'm also trying to watch this from Facebook. I want in the comments, put down where you're from. I'm in LA. I know we got some Bay Area people up here. We got Malaysia. What was it? The Himalayas, not Malaysia. Was that racist? I'm not trying to be racist. The Himalayas, they're great. I live in LA, and it's weird because I don't know about where y'all are from. We just started getting looting, which is very, very scary. It's very, very scary because here's the thing: like the looting is getting so bad that someone got shot outside of my apartment last night, and I was freaking out because it was the first time I've ever used a gun. All right, very scary, absolutely horrific. There's a joke. It's a joke. I've killed before. No, a bit. I haven't. No murders. No murders on me. I don't like guns. I'm gonna say it. I do not like guns. If you like guns, that's your right. Have fun. Guns freak me out, man. I went hunting when I was 17, and I tried to shoot a rabbit, and I felt horrible. I felt so horrible because I accidentally hit the magician, and it was the third worst birthday party I think I've ever been to. Second worst. It was the second worst. Fourth. Top 5 for sure. But quarantine has been so weird, dude. I'm quarantining with my girlfriend. You know how much I hate her right now? It's the worst. She's horrible. It's the absolute worst. Here's the thing. The other night she was like, Eric, we got to spice things up. What can I do in the bedroom to turn you on more? And I was like, be Asian. She can't be Asian. It's very tough. It's a hard thing to do. Can't really translate that. But we decided to do role playing. Oh, if you don't, I love role playing. If you don't know what role playing is, it's when you lie in bed with your partner and you play with each other's roles. All right, it's great. I'm her little Pillsbury Doe baby. You know what I'm talking about? Sexy boy, sexy man. I'm a sexy man. Let's get it straight. I wanted to do something nice for her, so I bought her some lingerie. And I was like, she'll love this. But then I brought her the lingerie and she got so mad. She was like, Eric, it's lockdown right now. Like, why would you still go out and shop at Goodwill? You know what I'm talking about? Talking about secondhand, am I right? You know what I'm talking about secondhand? That's gross. All right, we can move on. A little dismount on that joke. All right. I feel like I love my girlfriend a lot. She's wonderful. We've been dating for about a year. She's Puerto Rican, Italian, and angry all the time. It really is always an argument. It's really horrible. But what's wild about it is all my girlfriends before, all my girls were all Filipino. I'm part Filipino. There's a lot of Filipino girls. So now every time we walk by someone who's Filipino, she's always like, oh, Eric, you want to have sex with them too? You want to go have sex with them? And I'm like, can we please not talk that way about my cousin? All right. He's a nice boy. He's a nice boy. He's a nice man. He's a nice man. Good old Jacob. I don't typically live with my girlfriend. I typically have horrible roommates. Like whether you're in the Zoom call or whether you're like at home watching on Facebook, type in right now or make some noise if you've ever had a horrible roommate. Who's had a horrible roommate in here? Anyone?
Oh yeah. Yep.
Couple? Cool. Awesome. If you were quiet, you were the horrible roommate. All right. Look in the mirror and do your dishes. Okay. That'd be wonderful. I'd appreciate that. I feel like, I don't know, my typical roommates are just like horrible, all right? They're really like loud and messy, and my parents, it really is very difficult a lot of the time. I love my parents very much. My mom is Filipino. My dad is Mexican. It's fun being Mexipino. All right, I like it. It's cool. I feel like they even each other out. Like Filipino guys bald really early. So as a Filipino dude, I started balding like 5 years ago. It was horrible, but it works out because since I'm half Mexican, by the time I was in kindergarten, I could grow a mustache. All right, it really was working out together. I just feel like I got stuck with 2 races with like the worst names. All right, Filipinos and Latinos have the worst names. Filipinos, a great example. I got an uncle named Boy. All right, he is my Uncle Boy. Like what kind of, how lazy were my grandparents? You know what I mean? Like, here's your son. It's a boy. What do you want to name him? Yes. Like, no, that's horrible. What if we were all named that way? What if we were all named by whatever they saw when we were born? You know what I mean? I'd be like, hello, I'm baby boy. This is my wife. She's baby girl. This is my daughter. Her name is premature. And this is my son. His name is, why is he black? I don't understand, okay? He looks like our attractive neighbor. Antoine, get your mail and get out of here, all right? I want to talk to you tonight. Get out of here, buddy boy. I feel like the Latino side is even worse, man. My last name is Escobar. You know what shit I get for having the last name Escobar? Every time someone talks to me, it's always like, oh, are you related to Pablo? Are you in a cartel? And it doesn't really bother me because they'll be dealt with. You know what I'm talking about? They will. We will make sure they are okay. They're okay. Land of the fishes that are sleeping. What? All right. I'm pretty bummed out. I actually, I was going to see some family in Mexico next week. And here's the shitty thing. It's COVID right now. Everything's locked down. I had a free flight to Mexico. A free flight to Mexico. I was getting deported, but I don't know if that is so happening. We'll see. We'll see. It is weird living with my folks, man. My folks are weird. My mom caught me smoking the other day and she freaked out. I was like, what's the big deal? It's only meth. But my mom, absolutely adorable, wonderful lady. She's in her 60s, but my dad, he's in his 70s. And I don't know if you've had older parents. Oh man, it is tough. My dad says things. My dad the other day asked me if I was pro gay people. I was like, what? He's like, are you pro gay people? I'm like, Dad, I'm not even amateur gay people. All right. Like, when did they get a league? You know what I mean? Like, are you fantasy gay? I want to do that. Fantasy gay people. Let's go. It'll be fun. But my dad does things now where I'm like, dude, you can't say that. Like one time he said Oriental. And I'm like, Dad, don't say Oriental. Say like Asian or Asian American. He called someone a heavy set the other day. And I'm like, Dad, don't say heavy set. Say like plus size or fat. All right. I'd rather be fat than heavy set, Dad. Come on, stop it. But the thing that was really offensive, super offensive, is like, I don't know, a week ago, he called someone a horrible word. I don't even say it. I'll spell it out for you. He called them F-A-G. And I was like, Jesus Christ, Dad. Like, we don't, it's 2020. We don't call people fag anymore. All right. We call them millennials. And that is a hard joke to tell as a 30-year-old. That is
I like that.
difficult one to tell as a 30-year-old. I feel weird, man. I'm part of like the worst generation of all time. Millennials suck. We suck so much. Have you recently had a conversation with 22-year-olds? It's like you're talking to 22-year-olds. All right, like no one has a job. They only take Uber Pool. What's up with that? All right, spring for the regular. I feel like it's weird because we're so odd. We're so awkward because our whole lives we've only had technology. We were introduced to Wi-Fi, the internet. It messed us all up. I can't do anything without my phone. I was taking a poop the other day, realized my phone wasn't with me, and I started crying. Okay, I started crying. I freaked out. I finished my business, and then I got out of that pool. And it was the second worst birthday I've ever been to. It really was absolutely horrible. Absolutely horrible. I have a little paper right here where I wrote down some jokes I want to try out. And I was like, oh, I'll write down what time I should end. But I don't remember where I wrote it on the paper. It's very difficult. I'm going to do more jokes. Let's keep going. How's everyone doing? Great. Awesome. That feels wonderful. Okay. I feel the love. Feel the love. Oh, this is crazy. You guys may have seen me on some stuff. You may have seen me on like Last Comic Standing or Comedy Central or Pornhub. And what's wild is before all this, I was getting all these auditions, but all these auditions were for the same look, the same type. I was only getting cholo auditions. A cholo is like a Mexican gangster, and you can tell how tough I am by the way I pronounce cholo. All right, I'm not a scary guy. I'm not a tough guy. I'm very non-threatening. And here's the thing: I'm never going to be a cholo in a TV show or a movie because I don't look tough. All right, like I look like a cholo who loves like hummus and early Jimmy World. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not going to steal your wallet, but I might steal your heart. Hey, how you doing? What's going on? What's wild about it is I feel like, especially being in Los Angeles, like you have a lot of friends who are comics, a lot of friends who are actors, and you want to like be happy for them when they book really cool stuff, but you just kind of get jealous because you're like, well, why didn't I get that gig? Or why didn't I get that TV show? Like I have a friend who just booked a pilot with Justin Bieber. And I was so jealous until I realized no one cares about Justin Bieber, all right? Like, Justin Bieber was big back in the day, but nobody remembers her. You know what I mean? Why should I be so upset? I shouldn't be. Oh, man. I was talking about quarantine a little bit, talking about girlfriend a little bit. It's wild, dude. Every time a girl and I watch a TV show and someone like holds hands or hugs or does a handshake, she freaks out. She's like, oh my God, look at how many germs are happening there. I don't really get it. I don't really see it because even pre-quarantine, no one stood within 6 feet of me. So I don't understand what's going on or what shishis. But but this is what I've noticed. Have I told you guys about how much delivery I've been getting during quarantine? Is anyone else getting just a ton of delivery during quarantine? Anyone? No one?
No.
All right. One? No. I've been getting so much. I've been getting so much delivery that I now have a dedicated drawer to just like plastic forks and knives. None of them are the same. None are from the same place. Some work really well. Others, you can barely finish the circumcision. You know what I'm talking about? That is a gross joke. That is a gross joke. Shame on you, Eric. Shame on you. It's weird, man. I like having a partner right now. Being single was so weird. Like my ex, she would want to have sex 3 or 4 times a day. And if I was lucky, one of those times would be with me. All right. What a hoe. What a giant hoe. Big old hoe. And like I was doing the online dating thing forever. Like I don't like online dating. I don't like Tinder. I don't want to tell my kids I met their mom while I was drunk on the toilet swiping right. All right. Like that's not a fairy tale. It's not something I tell kids. All the online dating websites I tried, I feel like they had weird names. I couldn't get into it because their names are so weird. Like OkCupid. Why can't my Cupid be good? All right. Why is it just okay? I'm trying to find love. I'm trying to find a partner. Or like Christian Mingle. Christian Mingle sounds like an English pimp. All right. Like I can't do accents. It's okay. But you get the picture. I feel like the weirdest one was Black People Meet. I was on Black People Meet. And just a heads up, you do not want to spell meat wrong. That is a completely different website. All right, let me tell you. Also get messages. I'm like, oh, who could it be? Oh, it doesn't even fit on the screen. That is majestic. That is huge. Antoine, get out of here. Oh my Lord. Jeez Louise. I met one girl online. We started dating, but we had to break up because our lives were going into completely different directions. All right. Like she currently makes 6 figures a year as an engineer for Boeing. My last paycheck was a bag of weed for telling poop jokes in Modesto. All right. Like, how do you put that on your taxes? You know what I mean? Do I need like a W-420? Yeah. Let's blaze it out, man. 420, baby. All right, let's go. I miss working because of quarantine. I miss it a lot. I used to be a professional wrestler, which I can definitely not do in these wild times because that's a lot of close contact. And I remember my last wrestling match. And my last wrestling match I've had before all this, I remember wrestling this guy, and it was the worst because he decided to legitimately headbutt me in the dick, which was horrible. It was absolutely horrible because I was freaking out because it was the first time I've seen anyone get a concussion. You know what I'm talking about? You know, ladies. Dick so hard. All right, cool. Let's keep going. I feel like wrestling was cool. I had a cool finishing move. I would get the guy's head thrown in the mat. Some people called it an RKO. Some people called it a diamond cutter. My boss called it a fireable offense. So if anyone's hiring, let me know. I'll send you my CV and resume. All right, let's go. But for me, wrestling was a huge part of my life. When I was a kid, I watched wrestling. It's always been a part of my life. And for me, wrestling is more than like, wrestling is like Jesus Christ. Think about it. One, a bunch of people all over the world follow it religiously. And two, it's real. It's absolutely real. That is the similarity. That is the similarity, guys. Oh man. I've been really lonely this quarantine. I was quarantined with my girlfriend. I actually just moved out because I found out. Here's the thing. This isn't even a bit. I'm just putting this out there. Right before quarantine, I got my first big national commercial, and it was huge, and I was so happy for it. And in the national commercial, it was for Toyota. I play a guy robbing a Camry. And I was so excited until I realized that even in my dreams of getting like a big like Hollywood commercial, I'm still broke as fuck and have to break into a car for money. All right, that is fucked up. It is horrible. It's the worst. What's wild about it is while filming the commercial, I found out that I was exposed to someone with COVID. So with my girlfriend for 2 weeks, and I was like, I gotta be solo. So I'm solo in a garage. This is a lot of information you don't need to know. Well, let's keep going with the comedy. I don't know what this was even leading to. Oh my Lord. Let's talk about this, guys. Let's talk about this. I'm very pro body positivity. Very pro body positivity. I don't care what you look like, how much you weigh, whatever. You're a beautiful person. And I really want to make sure all these viewers, audience members, you know that. You're a beautiful, amazing person. But what sucks is you like realize that later in life. It's really hard to process that as a kid. Like I remember in 6th, 7th grade, I was so insecure about my weight, about my size, that I used to cut myself. Giant pieces of cake to hide the pain, and they were delicious. Oh my Lord, tres leches galore. I loved it. I feel like I'm fat because I hate fruit, all right? Like I might have an orange slice once in a blue moon. Yeah, the blue moon served with it's okay. Select audience, that's fine. Clap in the comments, it's okay. I am on a new diet. It's a fun new diet. Instead of eating, I'm only smoking cigarettes. It's great. You lose a ton of weight in the beginning and then a bunch more during chemo. It really is wonderful. I did that joke like 6 months ago at a cancer benefit. And it absolutely killed my friends. What a wonderful bit that was. It was, it was great. I do miss going out. I miss the socializing. Here's the thing, right before quarantine, I got invited to this big like party in the Hollywood Hills. And I'm like, wow, that's so cool. And I get there and I find out it's an autoerotic asphyxiation party. It was horrible. Every time someone would talk to me, I would get all choked up. You know what I mean? Yeah. I was gonna leave, but I hung around. Oh my Lord. Not a base run. I don't know sports. I want to do this. This is something that I don't typically do, but I did it earlier today, and I thought it would be really fun to bring to this show. Earlier today, I did a show where I had to roast myself. It was a roast battle against you, which is a lot like every morning looking in the mirror. All right, you just like, you suck it up. But I wrote some roast jokes and I did them, but I'm like, I don't want to do them once. Are you guys cool if I share some roast jokes about myself? That's a yes. Thank you so much. Thank you. All right, let's go with the first one. I have a lot of tattoos. My tattoos are so shitty that I just got engaged to Joe Exotic. Hey, look at that. You get it? Because his partner's bad. A horrible Mexican slur is wetback. And I've been called wetback before, only I can't feel too bad about it because since I'm so fat, my back is always wet. All right? I feel like it is very sweaty all the time. There you go. I look like the terrorist who asked for the explosives to be hid in his butthole. Okay, I thought that joke was the bomb. All right, let's keep going. More horrible things. I don't just look like a creepy back alley abortion doctor. I look like the reason why you needed it. That is a standing ovation. That's what I'm seeing in my head. Did I have any more? No, let's go back to the clean jokes. Let's go. Oh my Lord. Let's talk about this. I've had a lot of weird jobs. Used to work at Disneyland. I used to work at Disneyland. Weird job. Here's the thing. A lot of the rides were made in the 50s when, real talk, people were just smaller and skinnier. Because in the 50s, they didn't discover Korean barbecue. You know what I mean? So now we have a lot of people who are pretty big, pretty plus size, pretty heavy set. See what I did there? Trying to get on the ride, and they can't fit on the ride. And the weird thing about working at Disneyland as an employee is if they didn't fit on the ride, we would apologize and make it worth it to them, make it up to them by offering them a free meal voucher All right. I don't know if that's helping the problem. I don't know if that's like checking into rehab and they're like, we're full, but I know where you can get some meth. You know what I mean? No, I don't think that's a good idea. It's a horrible idea. I've had so many weird jobs. I've had a lot of weird jobs. I used to be a behavioral therapist where I worked with children who were autistic, but I messed up because during the job interview, I thought they said artistic. So I get there on the first day and I'm like, whoa, you guys can't draw at all. All right, none of you. Like, except for you, Timmy. Is that the Sistine Chapel? 12 minutes. Good job. How many toothpicks? Let's go. I used to be a CPR and first aid instructor. That was a wild job. You know what? I'm gonna do a free lesson on the house for everyone watching, everyone checking this out. If you see someone in need of medical attention and they're unconscious, go and help them. Be a good person. But if they need medical attention and they're still aware, they still know what's going on, you have to ask them for consent to help. Or if anything goes wrong, they can sue you. So now, if like I see someone who's hurt, they need medical attention, they're still conscious, they're still aware, like I have to go up to them and choke them out. You know what I mean? There you go. I can finally help you. Hello, hello. Sexy boy, a sexy man. All right, let's keep this comedy train rolling. I gotta wrap up pretty soon. I was gonna end on this joke about how I never leave my apartment, but fuck it. It's an inside joke. I feel like in this quarantine, a lot of us are drinking a lot. So what I want to do right now, I have a drink right here. If you are at home in the audience watching, you're having a drink yourself, cheers the camera, a cheers to you, a cheers to us all having the best time we can have in quarantine. And enjoy a wonderful drink tonight. You know what? Enjoy an extra one tonight. You deserve it. But this is the warning I want to heed. If you are doing drugs, careful. Be very, very careful. I actually tried acid for the first time recently. And it was the worst experience of my life. The worst experience of my life. Because I was tripping out so hard that I didn't realize my little brother was in the room. Which is horrifying. It's horrible. Because that's the one experience. It's the one experience you do not want to have as an only child. You really don't want to have that experience. Yeah, I'm the only one, but hey, this was my time. Please donate. Thank you, Lark Entertainment. We love you. You're the best. You're amazing. Everyone make some noise for Mike. Oh, buddy boy.
Eric Escobar, man. Fantastic. Thank you, Eric Escobar. That was fantastic. As always, excellent job, sir. Thank you very much for joining us tonight. Again, hit up all of our comics, follow them on their social media, donate to their pages as well. Eric's got a cash app up there. I think we've got one here for the show coming up here in a minute. If we don't, it'll be put up here shortly. But thank you guys very much for tuning in. This has been a fantastic show. Some great stuff. Once again, give it up for all your comedians that we have tonight. Kurt Seablum, give it up for Kurt. Yes, Anushka Miller, all the way from the Himalayas. We want to thank her for her time. Yes, thank you, Anushka, for tuning in out there with your free Wi-Fi that you've got out there in the Himalayas and in the mountains. And then, of course, yes, and Sam Bear Comedy. Samantha Behrman. Thank her very much for tuning in.
It's Berman.
Oh, yeah, that's right, Berman. My mistake. Knock it off. Behrman. Thank you, Samantha Behrman, for tuning in as well. Again, if you'd like to get your official COVID-19 Outspoken Mike mask, by all means, hit a direct message us here, and we'll get you all squared away on the details for that. And you can get one of those and, I guess, sport it around. Everybody will ask you, what's that? You can tell them it's the Outspoken Mike official COVID-19 mask. So it's great. It's fantastic and very comfortable to wear, and they're great. And then also I got my own merch for my own T-shirts. If you like your smoke, get high, get munchies, eat, repeat, by all means, direct message us for that shirt as well.
Yes.
Again, thank you folks very much for tuning in. We're here every Saturday night. We don't care about what COVID says. We're going to keep bringing the laughter, the best that we possibly can, to packed houses or packed bedrooms, bathrooms, closets, whatever we can fill, we're going to fill it. Okay. So keep tuning in. Let your friends know, let your family know, let your friends' family know, bring them all back and keep coming back to see our shows. I'm going to turn it back over to our control room. I think they got some TikTok videos, or they're probably just going to end it. I'm not sure, but you guys have a great night and catch us again next week. Thank you very much.
Hell yeah. Thank you so much, Lark.
Are we going to sing happy birthday to Ellie?
Oh, that's right.